You know what I'm saying? So now, right, you gotta have somewhere to live.
Right.
And then because we know people are judging, you can't just live anywhere.
Right, by a crib.
So you the doctor.
Right.
You got to get a job to pay back the student loans.
Right.
You got to get the house with the picket fence.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go get the luxury vehicle.
Right.
Right. All of this stuff is debt.
Facts.
So now you have to go work in the system
to pay back,
to repay this debt.
Exactly. Now, if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, you need graphics, you need logos, business cards, anything like that, I'm going to need you to go on Instagram and hit up Designed by Laurent. Now, Designed by Laurent is going to get you the best logos at the best price and the best quality. Like, it's a given. Go to Designed by Laurent. Now, when you DM them, I'm going to need you to DM Major. DM Major, you're going to get a huge discount on your first order. DM Major, Designed by Laurent. Let's get back to the episode. So loud, you know it's dang.
You know it's dang.
I'm just checking the sound. I cannot make me a sound. Leave your ass flat on the ground. Leave your ass flat in the woods. Wishing a nigga just would. Wishing a nigga just would.
That's the dance right there.
Yo. Welcome back to the Major Purpose Podcast. It's your boy, Designed by Laurent. I got my dog.
Whoa in the building.
For sure, and we back with a major purpose. What up, Walt?
Major purpose.
Shit.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
Live in the building.
What you been up to this week?
Been up to too much. Got a lot going on, a lot of work going on. It's been so busy for me that I haven't even been able to keep up with family. So please, if I didn't get to see you over the holidays, just know in the upcoming weeks and the upcoming holidays, I will be stopping through. I will be checking by.
You know what's crazy? That's another, like, as I got older, I find it so hard to keep in touch with family. Like, I just be feeling like the biggest asshole sometimes. And it's like, I'm not even doing it on purpose. Like,
Facts.
I really,
Yep.
And on top of that, you don't even want to sound so conceited. Like, oh, I got so much going on. It's like, no matter what you got going on, you still should try to check in. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Or when people hit you up, they hit you with that text, then you don't text them back. And it be like 3-4 days, you like, damn, should I even text them back still? Like,
and one thing you should know about me, I'll still text a nigga back, even if I miss them. 2-3 days go by, I'll still be like, yo, I missed your situation. And you know, they probably like, damn, what the fuck you at going? But yeah, it is what it is, man. And, okay, let me ask you this question, right?
What up?
Is it being an asshole if you scheduling contact time into your calendar?
No, I gotta do that.
That's what I do.
I truly need to plan, like, okay, call family type shit. I mean, they don't know,
right? Y'all gonna know now, but because this is the Major Purpose Podcast, so don't feel bad, you know what I'm saying? But I do have to block off and section off time where I say, hey, make sure you sit down for X amount of time and reach out to people, even if it's through the internet, through social medias, or just through regular contact. So you know how I go.
You put that bitch in your planner?
Yeah, actually through the phone. Yo, we got personal assistants in our hands, and most people don't use them like that.
I say that shit all the time, bro. This shit is set up for us to succeed. Bro, you could put one thing in one calendar, that shit gonna be on your Mac, that shit gonna be here, it's gonna ring, it's gonna vibrate this time 30 minutes before.
Facts.
And like, honestly, if you wasting time, like, you just don't care about time. Yeah, like, you just don't care about time. I'm real OCD with my time, though.
Yeah, that's a great segment, conversation to talk about.
Even wasting time, I put that bitch in my damn calendar.
Absolutely.
Like, we wasting a lot of time, though.
A lot.
How you been, what you got planned for the next year, bro? Actually, how this past year, looking back, how has this past year been? 1 year out of COVID, not even out of COVID, but like
still dealing with
2021 kind of. You feel what's your looking back? What you think about it?
Looking back, I would say, let me speak for myself. 2021 for me has been a year of growth.
Okay.
Because it's been a time since the pandemic of 2020 coming into 21, we all had time to look at ourselves and reflect a lot more.
Right.
So what I've been doing is just constantly working on myself, trying to improve myself, trying to get better as best as I can.
What does that look like?
Picking up new habits, changing habits that we had, changing the people that you constantly stay in contact with.
Yeah.
Venturing out, trying to do new things consistently.
Right.
Seeing what works for you now and what don't work for you.
Right.
A lot of work being put in.
A lot of work this past 2021. I feel you. What's a good habit you picked up?
A good habit that I picked up in 21 is actually don't be afraid to be more active.
What you mean by that?
What I mean by that is it's 7 days in a week. So if you hit in the gym 6 or 5 days out of the week. You talking
about like fitness active?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
fitness
okay.
Yeah, because before I just used to feel comfortable like, I went and played basketball on Saturday, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Or just being like, I went to the gym twice for the month, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But COVID actually helped build that mind frame of, you know what? Just take 30 minutes or hour and a half at most, 2 hours at most, and dedicate it to this every single day.
Each day.
Because when you do the math, that's 14 hours out the week dedicated to
exactly
some type of fitness.
Exactly. Compared to what's the math? 24 times 7 is what?
Yeah, 24. So to be exact, no, it's all right.
24 times 7 is what?
Listen, I got a smartphone in my hand.
Boom, 168.
168.
So you got 168 hours. You telling me you can't take, or let's 168. Then you got to minus, let's say 8 hours. Mm-hmm. So 8 times 7 is what?
If you're saying 8 times 7,
because you get 8 hours of sleep every day.
8 hours of sleep every day. I don't do 8 hours of sleep. I can't.
How many hours you do?
Whew, I can't. Yo, people be having problems with me in my sleep pattern. I can't.
How many hours you do?
The most I do is 4 to 6 at most.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I could do 4 to 6, but it's like I gotta force myself to get up and like, I don't know. It's either I do 4 to 6 or I do 8 to 10. Like I don't know what it is. It's weird. But back to you were saying about being active though.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that because like truthfully, I feel like being active and like physically fit, this is some shit like I've been telling everybody for the longest. Like it's not even about the physical. It's really a mental thing. Like no matter what you got going on, you depressed, you sad, you mad, you stressed, whatever it is, I promise you, bro, go work out an hour and a half, do some hard run, stretch, whatever it is.
Facts.
I promise you, you're going to come out the other side of that, and whatever you got stressed out about, relationship, whatever, you're going to feel different. Yeah, like this shit is not.
The blood, the energy pumping.
That shit is a real life hack. I swear to God. That shit is a life hack. And truthfully, when you do it and you stop doing it, you're going to feel that withdrawal. Like, you're going to feel like shitty.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you work out 3 weeks straight, then the 4th week, you don't work out. Like, you're going to feel that. Like, you're going to feel like down, you're gonna feel sad, you're gonna feel weird.
Facts.
You feel me? You're gonna be losing weight, down there, gaining weight. You just all out of whack.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy you said that, because truthfully, like a lot of people don't understand the mental aspect of working out. Like that shit really is a mental exercise that everyone needs. Cause think about it, like when we was like cavemen and stuff, like we was working out every day, like whether it's trying to find food,
shelter.
Exactly. We was always on the move.
Supplies, yeah.
And then now we like comfortable to the
device.
Point. Exactly. We on the phone. And then we wonder why everybody's sad, everybody depressed.
We're a device generation.
Exactly. It's like we got to get back to that.
And it might get worse because you see how
that been getting worse.
It is getting worse, right?
But that shit getting worse, bro.
I like how you put that because with the invention of the metaverse and all this other stuff coming out, it's about to get worse because
what is the metaverse, bro? Like, do we got to go into the metaverse? Like, do I have to? Like, how do I get in and can I get out?
Yeah. So what the metaverse is going to be is a virtual 3D environment.
Okay, wait, pause. Mm-hmm. Virtual 3D environment. How do I get in? Where is this Narnia portal? Like, how do I?
So the Narnia portal, it may be either through your a pair of shades you put on, like Oculus, like the Oculus device now. It's a gaming device.
Yeah.
So what a lot of these tech companies are doing is they're joining forces with like companies like Ray-Ban and stuff like that, where they're gonna just look like regular glasses. Somebody just walking down the street, you wouldn't even know that they have one. They're Google glasses.
So if somebody's walking down the street with the metaverse glasses, are they in the metaverse or are they in the real? Like, how are they walking? Like, can they see?
Yeah, they'll still be, in real world, but the difference is now you'll be able to see pop-ups and things right there on the scene. So if Jade changed her settings to be like, I want people to see how I'm feeling for the day, and you got these glasses on, and based on how her settings are set up, when you look at Jay or you look at this person, you'll see certain, like we'll all be walking billboards. Or when you're wearing them glasses and you look at specific billboards, you'll see different type of information that a person without them glasses would be able to see.
I ain't gonna lie, that's some scary shit.
It's scary shit, right?
That is some scary shit, but it's real. It's not like a movie.
When we say it's a 3D environment,
Yeah.
they're gonna change social media to the way where rather than visiting somebody's profile, you're visiting their digital environment. So they'll create a fake world with a fake house, cars, their little
So
avatar
then what about the person
person
who just wants to stay in the metaverse? Like,
that's what's making it scary, because some people might feel like I need to do this all day.
for real, because you even got motherfuckers who stay on their phone. You feel me?
All day,
on their phone, they got X, Y, and Z followers, but in real life, they, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's already damn. So, but let's say if you do want to stay in the metaverse, like, why is that even a problem? So let's say if so and so, let's say she popping on Instagram, you feel me? But she go back to the crib, she on the mattress, you feel me? Roaches,
Yeah.
Section 8. But you know, she popping on Instagram, so she's in the metaverse. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna want to stay in the metaverse.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Like, what if we not in the metaverse? Like, why we give a fuck? Like, okay, do your thing in the metaverse.
Exactly, because it's the same thing as OnlyFans.
What you mean?
Because in real life, people, and not just females, but people will have an OnlyFans where they popping.
Yeah.
That's where they making their bank from.
Right.
And then in real life, they just regular ass people.
Yeah.
But remember, on OnlyFans, her talent might be to fucking suck on camera.
Yeah.
Or her talent might be to step on cake with her toes and make money. It's crazy, you know. OnlyFans is crazy, but
they could take that money into the real world.
they can take that money into the real world.
But let's say if they want to stay, like, what if they want to stay in OnlyFans world?
She can.
But I'm saying with the money though, like the money is transferable into.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say, like, I don't even knock it. Let's say if she made, or he, let's say they make $100,000 off OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
They could take that $100,000, put it into anything else. You feel me? Now that money is real.
And
I mean, not that OnlyFans money not real, but you feel me? Like,
yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. They're getting funds, USD funds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with this online thing, that's where the cryptocurrencies and stuff are starting to play a role. Do you pay attention to any of that stuff? Like cryptocurrencies?
Yeah, I got some cryptos. I don't know.
Boom, good.
I bought them bitches up.
Yeah,
Shit.
right? So what they're trying to do is add value to them cryptocurrencies, because a lot of them don't really have a true purpose yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you an example. If they say, and please, this is not, we're just speaking hypothetically. So if they make up something called Zaza Bucks,
Yeah.
and one Zaza buck equal $3 American, and by staying in this metaverse place for 5 hours out of the day, you make 5 hours worth of Zaza bucks.
Yeah.
Which is the equivalent of $3 an hour USD. It's just a way for people to, you know, capitalize and make more profit other places.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So things like that.
That just sound like a movie, dog. I
It
ain't
does.
trying to go nowhere. I'm good.
It does.
I don't care about no metaverse, none of that. You gonna go into the metaverse?
Am I gonna go to the metaverse?
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta like scope it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a
It's like everything else though, because look, I'm late to Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook came out when 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
I really didn't get on Facebook until like 2015 or something.
Yeah.
And then what? So I've been a couple years. Twitter been around since like 2007.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
What, social media shit?
Social media period. Social media didn't exist until about 07, 08 with the invention of the smartphone.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really focused. So honestly, I made bread on social media. That's the only reason I really stay on it. Like, if I'm keeping it a stat.
Yeah.
So I guess if I can make bread in the metaverse, hell
You're
yeah, I'm gonna be in that bitch. You feel me?
Exactly.
But I ain't gonna lie, you gotta check it out though. Cause imagine that everybody in that bitch, they like, dog, this shit live. Cause you coming, you sliding, where you at? And your ass not even in. You just sitting there by yourself.
Where you been at all day? Oh, I was in the metaverse talking with my dog.
Type shit.
we were playing football in the metaverse.
For real though. But what
that's
everybody
what they're aiming for? Just like that. Like, I was playing basketball with Brandon the other day.
in the metaverse?
Y'all was at the park? Nah, we was in the metaverse. What the
Yeah.
fuck? You know, that's
Damn, imagine, let's say if I'm in, like, I'm in Cali, you in Florida, and we in the metaverse just hooping.
Yep.
I ain't
Exactly.
gonna lie, now it's kind of fucking with it now. At first I was like, nah, fuck that, but nah, it sound kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna let everybody do it first. You feel me? Let that first batch go,
He said, let everybody
and then
jump.
see how that big turn out.
Let everybody jump off first.
But imagine if what happens when the metaverse is just permanent.
Like what you mean by permanent?
Like I'm saying, like, imagine when the metaverse is just permanent. Like, it ain't no more metaverse real world. It's just metaverse is the real world.
See, that's what make it scary.
Like, what's like? Can you? But then, what? Can you die in the metaverse though?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. No, it wouldn't be like that.
But it's going to eventually, though.
Yeah, my Heavenly Father won't allow that to happen.
I feel,
You know what? I was just researching. There's a movie called Surrogates
yeah.
with Bruce Willis. You ever seen that movie?
Nah.
Oh, I'm gonna put this on your purpose list. You know what I'm saying? But by watching that movie Surrogates, it'll give you a understanding of like what the metaverse could be. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that movie.
Wouldn't it be like the Matrix though?
It's like the Matrix.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. It's like the Matrix. Speaking of the Matrix, do you know they coming out with another one?
That shit look ass. I never seen the first Matrix. I'm a 2000 baby, but
oh, you're right.
So
you
like
was a baby
yeah,
on the job. Yeah.
But I seen the trailer though, but it looked. I don't know. It looked like a cool storyline though.
Mm-hmm. You got to go back and watch it because now there's a trilogy.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3, and then with the new one that's dropping, I don't know. I think it dropped either this winter or next winter, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's a great movie just to watch because it like changes your perception a little bit
About,
you know what I'm saying? Because it makes you think like this is a Matrix. Where did all of this stuff come from?
You think it's a Matrix?
It's a Matrix. It is. It got to be.
What is a Matrix?
I'm gonna say, in my belief, a systematic creation used to control people.
Used to control people.
Yep.
Okay, so how is this the Matrix?
All right. So you ready?
I'm listening.
The American dream is the Matrix.
Why?
Right. And the reason why I would say the American dream is the Matrix is because what do they teach us the American dream is?
Get rich.
To get rich.
Right.
Okay, what's the steps that they teach us to get rich?
Go to school, go to college. Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Listening.
So, go to school.
Right.
Go to college.
Right.
College could cost, depending on what your profession is, you could end up leaving college $120,000 in debt.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So now that you have this debt, you have to do what?
Pay it back.
Pay it back. How do you pay it back?
Money.
How do you get money?
Work.
Work. You got to get a job.
Right.
So now you have to become part of the system. You have to work.
Yeah.
Right? Do you own the company?
Nope.
Exactly. So now you have to go work for someone.
Right.
And when you become an employee of someone, they kind of tend to look at you still as property.
Yeah. What
That's
do you mean
why-
by that property?
Because if you look at it like this, when you get certain jobs and you're in certain places,
Yeah.
you can't act the way you want to act or do whatever you want to do because you still represent them, even when you're not on their clock.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a doctor, you work for this particular hospital. The hospital might get upset at you as a doctor if you a stripper on the side. Now you the stripping doctor. You ain't doing that shit. You don't work for this hospital.
Yeah.
We don't want our doctors being part-time strippers.
A stripper doctor though, she sound bad.
You see what I'm saying?
She sound real bad.
And she could be doing that just as a way to promote her practice. Like, I'm turning up over here.
What? Bitch, I want a stripper doctor.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But the hospital she worked for might be like, we don't like that.
Yeah,
We don't care if your social media popping. You fired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, right, you gotta have somewhere to live.
Right.
And then because we know people are judging, you can't just live anywhere.
Right. Buy a crib.
So you the doctor.
Right.
You got to get a job to pay back the student loans.
Right.
You got to get the house with the picket fence.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go get the luxury vehicle.
Right.
Right. All of this stuff is debt.
Facts.
So now you have to go work in the system
To pay back.
to repay this debt.
Exactly. You stuck. They took all your time. You don't even realize.
All you not even peeping. You just thinking like, I'm living good, and then you realizing like, oh shit, I don't got no time to educate myself in other ways. I don't have time to work on myself in other ways. I don't have time to, you know what I'm saying, to pay attention to nothing but this little building over here, building over there, and my home. And some people, they don't even have time to pay attention to their home.
Yeah.
They grinding so hard.
Facts.
So, it's just one big matrix,
I mean, I feel you, but then how would you break the matrix though? Like, you still gotta work.
Absolutely.
Like,
but here's the difference now. We have to start telling ourselves that there's more to working than just working for someone.
Facts. But then, don't you think, like, I feel like that's not for everybody though. Like,
Hold up. I gotta take a second to interrupt this episode. It's your boy Walt Status Walt. I'm here to tell you about the Walt Status Social Event Planner app. If you're looking for access to the hottest venues, if you're trying to host a party yourself, or you're trying to set up some arrangements for a special somebody, you can do it easily from the palm of your hand through the Walt Status app. don't forget to download the Walt Status app or check us out at www.woltstatus.com. You can even call us to make them special arrangements at 833-2GO-WOLT. That's 833-246-9462. Now let's get back to the episode.
Like, everybody is not meant to be an entrepreneur. Everybody not meant to start their own business.
Facts.
I seen how some of these motherfuckers talk to people. Everybody can't. I seen how these people manage their own time, let alone the time of other people. Imagine you got a team. Imagine you got to get this to that person, outsource this. That shit not for everybody.
It is not.
So
I like that. I like that.
Nah, I would keep it as that. Like,
that's facts. It's not for everybody.
I mean, for those who do break, but I mean, that's kind of the way out though. Not the way out as if we like trap. You feel me? But when you think about it, America really is meant for businesses. Yeah. America was built on businesses.
America
built for
is a business.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because the country got a credit score.
What you mean?
The country got a credit score.
What's their credit?
All the years I was alive, I never knew that shit until Obama was president. You can look back in the history annals to see this, people, but it was the first time ever, like, the country itself, the credit score rating had dropped. They were saying it was like a triple A, and then it dropped down to something lower for the first time in history. And I'm like, y'all wait till the black man become president to be talking about the credit rating of the country change. What kind of shit is that?
Y'all niggas ain't never got good credit. Type shit. Damn.
So when you see things like that, you like, my country got a credit score? What the fuck?
Yeah.
But they're saying, that's how the country, their score is based on how the country itself repays debts.
But even growing up, like, I see myself looking back, all the wealthy people I know or the rich people I know, like, they all had their own shit.
Yep.
Built their own business. And, like, the way, like, let's say my friends, like, I'm like, bro, what does your dad do? Like, oh, he has this business and this, that. I'm like, damn, what you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna work for the business. Like, that shit is just, that's how that shit goes. And I feel like we all see it, but we act like we can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Like, we see the people with the nice cars. They own the business. We see the people who live in West Bubblefuck they own the business.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then we still kind of like act like, yeah, it's all right. We'll just work. You feel me? Like, we'll
Facts. It goes back to that point you made earlier where most people are not entrepreneur minded. You know what I'm saying?
But then is it our fault though? Because it wasn't.
If we're not speaking correctly, like we said before on this platform, we talk how the fuck we want to talk. Let me stop.
Nah.
This is the Major Purpose Podcast.
But like, is that even like our fault though? Like, because we wasn't. Let's say like we wasn't taught that. You feel me? Like,
Absolutely.
we was taught to work though. When you think about it, we was taught generations.
That's the matrix. That's the part I'm explaining to you. It's legal slavery.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If you don't have a reason, why do you think education is not free and it puts debt on you? It gives you a reason to work.
Yeah.
And most of these major corporations are big power establishments that have been around for years and years and centuries.
Fact, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they have to entice
Exactly.
you.
Look at Johnson & Johnson, like them vaccine companies, Pfizer and shit. Those are like 300-year-old companies, dog.
Crazy.
300-year-old. Talking about from our grandparents.
Yeah.
You really think they don't got a fucking, like, they don't know what they doing?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
that's crazy.
But like, I don't know, man. How you think? I don't know. This shit is wild.
So that's why all we can do is play our role. You know what I'm saying? Try to be the best people that we can be, and just pay attention to how we use time. Because I look at it now, and not I can't even say now, but I always looked at it as time is money.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that, but you don't have time to waste.
Time is money. You don't even understand that. But then back to the people. So let's say someone who isn't fit to be an entrepreneur, have their own business. Because I feel like I didn't learn that concept or understand that time is money until I started using my time to make money. You feel me? But for that person who hasn't had that experience or doesn't have that gene or skill in them, how do you get them to see that perception that, like, yo, time, you going to work 10 hours a day, nigga. Like, you have no time for nothing else. Like, you feel me? Like, how do you get them to see that perspective? Do you? Or some people gotta just cut off the branch.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Some people you'll never get them to see that perspective.
Yeah.
But the way how you get them to just think differently is to just say like this, right? This is what I always start off telling people. Yo, what'd you do today? Oh, I went to work. Okay, what'd you do today?
Exactly, yeah.
I went to work.
Right.
You ain't do shit.
Yeah.
Well, what you mean? Do you own that company? Did you build that? Nah, I went and clocked in.
Yeah,
okay, so at any moment, they could cancel your ass. So you ain't do shit.
Right.
Now, if you said, what'd you do today? Oh, I went to work from this time to this time. I went to the gym from this time to this time. Right. I read a book from this time to this time. Right. I worked on, I talked to God for this time to this time. That's actually doing things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, work is work. You got to work regardless.
Exactly. Yeah.
How you gonna survive? Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah, we ain't saying not go. They looking like these niggas talking about not going to work.
Exactly. We're not saying that at all. You have to work. I don't care if you own your own company. I don't care if you're a bartender, waitress, motherfucking chef, motherfucking hotel general manager. There's work out here, especially after COVID.
Right.
It's definitely work out here.
But we just saying don't only go to work.
That's what we're trying to say. You got to think bigger than that.
Like, motherfuckers have like 3-4 jobs. Like, I remember like people had 3-4 jobs. They still not doing better than the motherfucker with one job.
Exactly. Because you can't get rich. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Let me reframe what I'm saying. Okay. People with 3-4 jobs, they're trading their time for money.
Exactly.
But think about it. If I'm over here collecting this on the clock, my family's over here. The people, my loved ones are over here. I ain't got no time for them no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then most people, they spend at the same rate of their income.
Fact.
So even with working all that time, at the rate you spend in the guap, you can't even enjoy it.
Fact.
So
that bitch in and out.
In and out. So now, right, rather than working 3-4 jobs, look at the one job you have. Mm-hmm. And then say, I get paid X amount a year. If I take X out of that, put it towards this and focus on myself, that's an investment in myself. Exactly. And I get my time back.
Right.
Now I don't have to go give somebody my time.
Exactly. By that time.
You know what I'm saying? Because this generation, just the reason why I think like that is because this generation has the power of the internet.
Right.
Even how we're communicating with the fans that's listening to Major Purpose Podcast, you know what it is.
For sure.
It's a new world of how we get the content out to people, how quickly we can get the content out to people, how many platforms we can access. 20 years ago, hell nah, you wasn't doing all that shit at the snap of your finger. Right from the palm of your hand.
Right.
It wasn't like that.
Yeah, we not wasting no opportunity. Yeah, stop wasting opportunities, bro. Yes. This shit is not here forever.
It's not.
Stop wasting.
That's what's scary about it.
If you got an idea, bro, just push that shit, do that shit. Like, what you gonna lose?
You gonna learn. Okay, you know what it is? With a lot of us, including myself.
What's that?
Sometimes the pressure of public opinion, because we're human.
The pressure of public opinion.
Yes, because we're human, it can play a role.
That's the episode name. Go ahead.
Fact. So what I mean by the pressure of public opinion is John might say, yo, I want to start this clothing line.
Right.
But everybody I showed my designs to, they say they whack. Now, if John's not strong-minded enough, he might give up on it.
Right.
But guess what? John's not thinking in a realistic manner where Tony don't want you to have shit. Right. So anything you show Tony, what he gonna tell you?
Shit lame.
That shit lame as fuck. Get out of here with that shit, bro. Ain't nobody gonna wear that shit.
But then, how do you know people hating or people keeping it 100?
You know how you know?
How you know?
You just keep pushing.
Ooh.
Cause the universe is gonna tell you if that shit whack or not.
Sometimes the universe take a minute.
It don't matter. Keep pushing. I had to learn that real shit.
Okay.
I had to learn that. Like, the universe is gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
honestly though, I feel like even if people say you lame and shit, I feel like if you, like you said, if you don't quit and you keep doing this shit like 100% effort, no matter what, your time gonna come. Like, facts. It's inevitable, bro. Like,
yes.
Have you read the book Outliers?
No. But I'm glad you told me about it. I'm gonna put that on my book list.
Outliers. It got a chapter in it called 10,000 hours. I'm paraphrasing. Basically, it was saying if you
is that the Malcolm Gladwell book?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard of that before. Okay.
Anyways, it was saying there's a chapter in the book called 10,000 hours, and it's basically was showing how every great or every person who's great at something, whether it's Floyd, LeBron, motherfucking Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, whoever it is, whatever you doing, like, to be great or to master a skill, you got to put in at least 10,000 hours.
Yes.
So let's say 10,000 hours of podcasting, right? Once we hit 10,000 hours of podcasting, like,
this shit should be
the skill gap compared to when you first start, it's like it's just crazy. Like, but when, like, a lot of people don't make it to that 10,000 hours. I really don't think you got to even put in 10,000 hours, truthfully,
because
like,
they buckle to the pressure of public opinion,
right? Or even themselves. Yeah,
you know, because example, even with us, even though this is us conversating like this ain't new.
Right.
Us conversating like this with mics and shit is new to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people will look at it and be like, oh, y'all trying to do that little podcast shit? That shit, it's alright. That shit out there, that little podcast shit.
Right.
And to a weak-minded person, that shit'll break their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hove got a line where he said, damn if I remember it correctly, but he said, my uncle told me I'll never sell 1 million records.
Right.
And now I done sold 1 million records 100 times or something. I'm paraphrasing it.
Right.
But that's just what I'm saying. Like, people that you love, like your own mama, be like, you wasting time.
Right.
And you're like, get that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And if you buckle to that pressure, you might be missing out on your own blessing.
You're not lying. Fuck what everybody think. If you try to do some shit, do that shit.
Walk in your purpose. Facts.
Because other people, it's like, I seen that shit with Hov. It's like, they just pushing their insecurities on you.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Like you said, somebody come like, oh, you trying to do that podcast shit? That's cute. You feel me? Like trying to. They just talking shit because he can't do a podcast. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Whether he don't got the bread to put up get the equipment
out,
to do the shit to have it, because he can't do that shit. So he gonna try to, you feel me, shit on your bread. Yeah.
And that's why I say we have to. It's hard, you know, especially when it's coming from the people that you love or the people that's around you consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get out of that environment.
Get out of another example is,
don't even tell that motherfucker what you got going.
Thank you.
Don't even tell his ass.
We gonna make a little thing. Bing, don't tell them niggas. But Lil Yachty had a thing like that too, where he said he made a track called Minnesota.
Yeah.
He said he was telling his boys like, I want to rap, man. I'm gonna do this rap shit. And he made the song Minnesota, and he said them niggas laughed at him like, boy, that shit ass, boy, what's wrong with you? And he said he just pressed on and he dropped that shit. And now look, Lil Boat, one of the songwriting songs, that boy, you know, he part of the culture, the red hair shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
all right, you crazy until it work.
It's crazy. Yeah.
You always crazy until that shit work.
Thank you.
You always crazy until that, but you gotta kind of be crazy though
to make great shit happen.
Yeah, like
let's talk Jeff Bezos.
I'll just Elon Musk. You know how crazy that nigga is? That nigga say he worked like 16, 18 hours a day, nigga. 16, 18 hours a day straight doing whatever Tesla calculations, whatever he doing, electric cars, rocket ship bullshit.
Yeah.
Like that nigga worked 16 hours a day.
Damn. Am I weird that I like shit like that?
Nah, I wish I could be like, I ain't gonna lie, I wish I could have that bandwidth to like sit and focus on some shit for 16 hours straight. You know how far ahead I be?
Okay, so this is what I'll tell you, right? Use the Mamba mentality.
The Mamba?
Like Kobe.
Okay.
You break that shit into sections throughout your day.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example, right? You go to practice, and you practice from 8 in the morning till 12.
Yeah.
All right? You could have woke up at 7 a.m., and you practice from 8 to 12. That's how many hours? 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I woke up at 5 in the morning. I went to practice from 6 to 8.
Boom.
I went to practice again from 10 to 12.
Yeah.
I went to practice again from 2 to 6.
Yeah.
And I went to practice again from 8 to 10.
Yeah.
How many hours is that?
You lost me. I'm fried.
See, I lost you.
Bitch, that's like what? That's like 8 hours.
That's 8 hours.
I think.
I still practice more than you.
Exactly.
I ain't practiced from 8 to 12 like you 4 hours straight, and I still went to that same practice, or you know, however the day work out, I might still go to that same practice as you.
Right.
But because I split the workout throughout the day, I still got in 8 hours of practice out of my 24.
Right. That's how I be doing. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know about the mama mentality. I always tell myself like I got ADHD. Like I can't sit and do some shit for 6 hours
so long.
straight.
Yeah.
I do some shit for like 2 hours. Do some other shit.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Then do some other shit for 2 more hours. You feel me? Like I can't sit and do.
And that's my opinion. That's what you're supposed to do though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if we working on something, boom, we'll give it 2 solid run through hours.
Yeah. Nobody text me. Don't call my phone. My shit.
There you go. Straight do not disturb mode.
Facts.
Run it. Bam. And then you take a little break.
Facts.
Even if that break is for an hour or 2 to match the amount of time you put in. But then you go back to it, 2 hours undisturbed, boom.
Facts.
Because technically you're still ahead of your relaxation, and then you're still programming your brain to say, okay, this is the time to relax, so I feel comfortable.
Right.
Okay, this is the time, because that's something we don't do. We don't. Even if you're gonna waste time, you should strategically schedule time to waste.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people be like, I hate people that say shit like, some people that's like this too. Well, you watch Netflix, nigga, you waste your time all day. How? When I only watch Netflix for 6 hours out of the week.
Yeah.
Where some niggas will watch Netflix for 6 hours in one day.
Right.
So how is that a waste? You still got to keep up with society. You got to know what's going on around you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people trying to make it look like they in an isolated box. I don't watch nothing. I don't talk about nothing.
I'm vegan. I don't eat meat.
Right? I'm a vegan.
I wake up at 7, cold showers only.
Come on, man. This is the real world. We're living now.
Yeah.
So you have to live like you're living now. You got to pay attention to the world and pay attention to stuff around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
how you think you make yourself be consistent with that?
I'll schedule everything.
Scheduling, even being consistent with scheduling, because like I find myself, I try to map out my time. Let's say it's Sunday, boom. I'm trying to map out what I got for the week. You feel me? Map it out on some OCD shit. You feel me? Got everything, time management.
Yeah.
But even some Sunday, let's say this week it works. Next Sunday I find myself like, yo, that shit worked. I don't gotta schedule it out how I did it last week. You feel me? Then you find yourself it not working. Then you in that routine
with broken time.
Yeah,
I call that broken time when you schedule it and it don't go according to schedule. Sometimes you gotta alter it a little bit, but you can always adjust because if you got everything else mapped out, you can always adjust the rest of the day. And trust me, it helps because it's a book that I've been reading heavy lately. Great book. Shout out to MDS Fredo. He put me up on a book. But the Atomic Habits.
Boom. It's crazy? MDS, I put him on that book.
Oh, word?
It's crazy. Because everybody who tell me they want to start reading, that's the first book you need to read.
Yeah.
Because honestly, after you read that book, the habit of reading.
Yeah, even that. Yo, that's a book you can read over and over and over
Exactly,
again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fire.
But what you were saying about the book?
It teaches you,
Great read.
Things like that as well. Like saying how little habits, little small habits, once you start picking up consistency with it and don't worry about the results.
Exactly.
Worry about maintaining the habit.
Exactly, yes.
That's
what I'm saying. Even back to the working out shit. Like, let's say you're working out 3 days a week. Like, you're not going to want to get up and work out, bro. Like, I work out every week. You are not going to want to get up and go work. There's not one morning where maybe one, but every other day you going to wake up and be like, fuck.
Your brain going to tell you that.
Every day you wake up, you got to go work. You like, fuck, I ain't trying to, you in the bed, you like, I ain't trying to go out there and do this shit. It felt like, you going to have that conscience in your head like, yo, fuck this. You're not going to want to do it. But if you focus on just getting up and going, no matter how bad you feel, you could go to the gym, do one workout. But at least you went and kept that habit of going.
Yeah, so
you feel me?
That way
you know, like, yo, I work out. Like, that's what I do. Like, no matter what, I'm going to go. You're not finna work out 100% every fucking time. That shit unrealistic, bro.
Right.
Everybody who is in shape, fit, they don't have their best workout every fucking workout.
Yeah.
They just have a habit of going to go.
Consistently.
Exactly.
Consistency.
That shit's crazy. And it's crazy how everything we do is a habit, dog.
Everything
you do is a habit. The way you pick up your phone, the time you pick up your phone to look at this app, the order you look at your apps, everything is habitual. Like,
facts.
And until you gotta notice, that book makes you notice that shit. Like, it makes you really take a step back and look at yourself like, yo, damn, I'm really not even in control of my life. Like, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
And then make you control your life. Like, you feel me? Like,
yo, it's just beautiful, man. And I want y'all to understand here on Major Purpose Podcast, you're going to hear about books, movies, current events, trending topics.
Sure.
We real people and we do real things. So we pay attention to a lot of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for being here with us, Major Purpose Podcast.
That's real.
So back to what we were saying.
Shit, this upcoming year, coach, what you got going?
So for this upcoming year.
Wait, before you go.
Yeah.
It's kind of a touchy topic. Because I feel like last year. Was it last year? No, before the pandemic.
19?
I was so hyped. I was so hyped for 2020.
Yeah.
It was it was December 2019. I'm telling everybody, yo, 2020 is my year. What you got planned? Like, not even on the New Year's resolution shit. Like, I was just on, I don't know why. I was excited. You feel me? Like,
yes.
I just started reading towards the end of that year. So I felt, you feel me? I felt
hyped to go.
In control. You know what I mean? And then the pandemic hit and fucked everything. But it was kind of a blessing in disguise.
Yes, because if you think about life, we all lost a year.
Yeah.
Like,
or gain one, depending on how you
took.
it.
Yeah,
I think I gained damn near 2 years, bitch.
Facts, because
I was reading, I was working out, I was learning myself. You feel me? Just
absolutely.
That shit was crazy. But what you got planned for this upcoming year?
I know a lot of shit changed around me as well, so that's why I agree with you. We either lost or we gained a year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Some motherfuckers lost damn near 10 years. Some motherfuckers still in the pandemic, bro. Like I can't stand. Actually, I really don't give a fuck what people do, but like some motherfuckers, for real though, some motherfuckers think they still in the pandemic, like acting scared and like real. I don't know. I can't explain. I don't understand that shit.
We've been dealing with this since December of 19. Really, October of 19 is really when you started hearing murmurs of it.
Yeah.
So it's just the way I look at it now is this just might be this is the new world.
Yeah.
It's the new way of living. It's gonna be like this. We don't know how long.
For sure.
Look how many. I hate to talk about this topic now, but look how many variants of this COVID stuff is coming out.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about COVID no more, bro. I'm so over COVID. Like at this point, I feel like fuck it. I really feel. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's like the people I lost, the people I seen lose people. I'm kind of at a point to where it's like shit.
Where you know that, and that's what I'm saying. It's like because of the losses and stuff. It's like COVID is real.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna let it keep you in a box.
Exactly.
Like you gotta still live freely.
Exactly.
You gotta pursue your freedom.
Like it's crazy shit out here all 24/7. You're not finna
absolutely
not go out because you know what I'm saying. You're not finna miss out on experience because of this, and this.
Absolutely.
So why? Yeah, that's another. What you got for this next year?
Shit for the next upcoming year, just aiming for more greatness. Trying to launch more products. Trying to continue growing this major platform.
Why you
we
saying
built.
try? I hate that.
I know you tell me that all the time.
Why you saying try?
Yo, one thing you see why me and Brandon are so ill as a team is because we keep each other balanced. I always tell him I appreciate that because whenever he hear me use certain words, ifs, tries, what ifs, and all those things, he'd be like, "Nah, we ain't talking like that. Let's go."
Nah, that's just I don't know. Especially when I'm in workflow, like even I tell him, like when you stop doing that, bro, shit gonna work. Like, absolutely. I promise. I got people who like with this graphic shit. I never this lady like, yo, I got this wedding. I need this. I ain't know how I was gonna pull it off. I ain't know the people to do it yet. She said, "Can you do it? I'm gonna give you $2,000." I said, "You know what? Send the 50% deposit." Yeah. Boom. She sent me $1,000. Now I'm at the point where like shit. Now I gotta figure that shit out. You feel me? So it's like I ain't. Now it's just like okay. Absolutely. You gonna kick it into motion like. But when you start saying try, maybe. If I told that lady, she was like, yo, can you do this? I'm like, I'm going to try.
You lost the business right there.
She not finna send me no $1,000 then send the back end. Like, you feel me? Like, absolutely. You can't be working like that. That shit don't work.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and that's what I say. Every time you tell me that, I appreciate that shit. So, cause you know, I be on go-go, but you know what I'm saying? The reason why I say but is just because I'm human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody
Yeah, one of my character flaws is, you know, I'm an overthinker. Yeah. So that's why I still slip words in like that. Because even when my brain say, you can get that done. Yeah. It's just the fact that because I'm talking to you, I always gotta put that little ounce of honesty on it. Like, you're gonna do this and you're gonna try to do this, and then that's why that shit comes out loud.
I feel you. What you got planned for the year though? Run that back.
But plan for the year, yeah, just like I said, just
you got shit written out yet, or you still got time? You still figuring out how you want the next year to go?
Well, next year I don't have it written out precise from top to bottom. But you know, still working out on setting up these quarterly goals. Okay. Because that's how I do everything. I do everything day by day. Okay. Week by week. Okay. Month by month. Quarter. Right. And that's it. Right. I hate when people talk to me like, yeah, 5 years from now, nigga, you don't even know if you're gonna be alive 5 minutes from now. Yeah. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't like all that 5 year, 3 year plan. You know about me. I'm short minded. Like, yeah. If you could break it down. I'm gonna break it down for you people. So this is what we do. If we come up with an idea, yeah. We start off, okay, boom, Brandon say, hey, I got an idea, boom, we're gonna open an ice cream shop. Right. That's the 90th day right there. What you mean? Because it should only take us 90 days right. to really get it in motion. Okay. If it's not in motion after 90 days, it's not real to me. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So boom, put it in motion. Yeah. 45 days. Right. after you put it in, after we said it,
Right.
it should be at least 45 days where you should see some form of that come into reality where you could see it physically.
Why 90 days though?
Because to me that's a quarter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do everything quarterly.
I'm listening. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 45. Okay, half a quarter.
Yeah.
You figuring? Okay, it's coming into motion.
Boom. So boom. By the time we hit the 30-day mark,
Yeah.
you should have a clear vision and path. Where if I was to say, Brandon, remember we talked about ice cream shop? How we gonna execute it? You should be able to say zip, zip, zoom, 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 zoom.
Right.
And then you could put that pressure on yourself.
Okay.
Saying like, oh shit, I'm gonna get this shit done in a month. But if you think about it, in 3 months, in 1 quarter, we went from concept to reality where you can see it. Even if you're not executing it in the total form that you want it to,
Right.
but at least you got it up where others can see it and see it's a real thing.
Right, just do it.
And then from there you could just continually work on it and manifest it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you say to that person who says, I'm bad at planning. I don't like planning. I just go with the flow. I can't. I'm not. That's not me. What do you say to that person?
There's no problem with that at all, because some people are just like that.
Right.
Some people just blow in the wind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with that mindset being made is when it comes to doing things of value, or especially things that you have to put capital behind, it's a little bit different. If you got the resources to do it, and you just like, hey, I'm gonna just throw 5 bands over here, and then whatever happen. Yeah, absolutely, you can do it.
Yeah.
But to me, based on my bad character flaw, you have to put some type of thought behind it just to say, how can I get it from A to Z?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But life a lot different when you could just take, for example, 10 grand, put it in somebody else's hand and be like, hey, make this happen for me.
But you can though.
Absolutely.
It just depends on your level of commitment and trust in that idea.
Yes.
Cause it ain't nothing for me to put money on myself. Like I say that, like
I love putting money on myself.
like I hate spending money on, you feel me, like clothes and this, that and stuff. But when it comes time to, this is an idea, I need how much? Shit, I'm throwing it in, like, you feel me? And it's I just feel like I know myself, like I'm gonna make it back. Like,
It's a better feeling.
I'm gonna make it back no matter what.
Absolutely. And it's just like when I was a kid, my mom, I used to put pressure on my mom to get me certain gear and shit like that.
Yeah.
And
for like what, sports and shit?
No, I'm talking about like just overall, like what I'm rocking.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to make people spend money on you when it's not your money.
Exactly. That
so
shit.
You like, I need these J's, I need this, I need that, I need this shirt, this jersey, this pants, all that shit. And then you'll have them conversations where your mom is like, yo, this is stupid. Or your dad is like, this is dumb. Why you got me buying another nigga jersey for you and shit like that when you should make your own jersey and put your name on the back of that shit? And you like, man, nobody gonna respect that shit. See, when we were younger, we was thinking as a consumer.
Right.
Like, I gotta be on what everybody else is on, But once you change that mindset from consumer, then you start realizing, like, hold on, I am the trend.
Yeah.
The shit I do myself, if I just do it in my own manner, it becomes something.
Yeah.
Even if John don't like it, even if Sarah don't like it, even if Pete hate it, Tim might like it. You know what I'm saying? And these are just general hypothetical names. But yeah, you know how I go. Then that becomes your niche, your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But yeah, it is a difference when you putting up your own bread versus somebody else putting up the bread for you. Cause I done did some shit with people to where it's like I'm the only one who I feel like I'm 200% committed. You feel me? I'm like, oh, I get it. They didn't stay up making these graphics. They didn't stay up doing this website. They didn't stay up.
They don't care.
Promoting. Exactly. You feel me? They didn't spend the bread to get the Oh, I get it. You still think it's a game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But when you put your own bread up,
you invest it.
Exactly.
Physically, emotionally, financially.
I don't think I was trying. I took some losses. I ain't gonna lie.
You did what?
I was about to say I ain't take no losses when I bet on myself, but I would have took some losses.
Yeah,
but I'd have made back way more. Like I could have took 3 losses, but then that 4th time I bet on myself, it made back for all 3 losses plus. You feel me? So it's like, but yeah, absolutely. That shit that come with it though.
Absolutely, but that's the fun part. That's why I said that part to me is so fun now. You know what I'm saying? Because everything. Okay, look, even seeking higher education. Yeah, that's an investment in yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't look at it like that. Some people just be like, oh, that's dumb. Why are you going to college, nigga? Like, listen, that's why, here on Major Purpose, we don't knock nobody for the journey or the path that they're taking because it's all part of your purpose. Yeah. So that's a great investment. I always tell people, knowledge, because knowledge is an investment that once you have it, nobody can take it.
All right.
Nobody can take it back. No, none of that.
That knowledge don't necessarily has to be college, bro.
It don't.
Like, knowledge is knowledge. Like, I feel
Absolutely.
like I always like, how much does it cost to go through a medical school? You think? Google that shit real quick.
Probably on average for medical school. Let's see. That's a great question.
How much money and how much time?
It got to be at least 8 to 10 years of schooling.
Yeah, from start to finish. How much money and how much time?
All right. So right now, if we say the average cost of medical school is $54,000 a year.
54 a year?
Mm-hmm. And that's a public medical school, not even private.
54,000 a year. How many years is medical school?
Mm-hmm.
How many years is medical school?
And
I think it's 2. Is it 2?
Nah, medical school is going to be at least an additional 4 to 8 years after you graduate.
Okay, let's just say it's 4.
Undergrad.
So then 54,000 times 4. Boom. You at 216,000.
250 up. $250,000.
Right. So let's say $250,000. You think if you let's say if you took $250,000 right now and you invested it into whatever it is, a podcasting course.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't think that's going to benefit you, and you don't think you're going to be the best podcaster after you spend that bread and take those 4 years of podcast course, or you put that $250,000 into real estate classes and you take 4 years of real estate and you like.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you put it into the market, S&Ps, anything. It's crazy, but they won't have the knowledge.
How?
Of practicing medicine, of being a medical professional. Because see, this is how I look at it, right? My mind now is just so way different. Let's say from young, you say I'm gonna go to medical school.
Yeah.
Fresh out of high school. Average person out of high school is 16, 17, 18. Right? Mm-hmm. They jump into that field, they learn to be a medical professional. But being a doctor might not be their purpose. They might feel like, yeah, I went to medical school and yeah, I'm a doctor and shit, but I don't want to do this shit.
Right.
But at least now, even as they take the money from that and still invest, because you can invest in yourself at any point of your life.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's just the point I'm trying to make.
Invest in yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Like we said, like, go to work. We're not saying don't go to work. Go to work. Make that bread.
Ass to work. Yeah.
Take some of that bread and put it into some shit that you building. You feel me? Like, we just saying don't go to work and spend it on clothes, and don't go to work and spend it on the liability. Now you stuck.
Yeah.
Take some of that bread.
You on a hamster wheel.
However much you can, and put that shit into something you're trying to do. You feel me? But like what you were saying?
Absolutely. So yeah, so now that person has the expertise as a medical professional.
Right.
So no matter, even if they go from being a doctor to running a hat company.
Yeah.
If something happens where somebody needs CPR or any type of medical profession, they can tap into that knowledge because it can never be taken from you.
Right.
To where they can be like, oh, yeah, your wrist is broken. And you're like, oh, shit, how'd you know that? Yeah, I used to be a doctor.
Right.
Holy shit, I never knew that. Yeah, I don't share that with people, but that was my old life. Now I'm the CEO of this $500 million company, shit like that.
Right.
Like, shit is real like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's really how it happens, though. Like,
yeah.
These business owners and these success stories, they be like, oh yeah, I was working this job, then I started making as much as this, and then I quit, and that, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
That's usually how that shit go.
Facts. Because a lot of people just be thinking like, oh, if I get more money, I'll be a better person. No. Because there's people that hit the lottery every day. Speaking of that, I was just reading a story recently.
Yeah.
A dude was a garbage man. He hit the lottery.
Right.
3 years later.
How much?
They said he hit for like $14 million.
Okay, how much you getting after tax?
After tax, they're gonna take about 30. They're gonna take about 30% of that. That's gonna be $300K for every million. Right.
Okay. So
3 years later,
yeah,
he was back being a garbage man.
In 3 years.
In 3 years.
So let's say.
So when he got the bread,
yeah,
he created 100,000 plus bill pattern monthly.
Yeah. So
imagine that. 14 million, and every month you paying 100,000 in bills, not paying attention because you ain't set shit up or set people up the right way.
Yeah, I don't even like to look. I don't know. Everybody wants to be like, that's not gonna be me. You feel me? But imagine you get, let's say they give you 10 mil, no tax free. It's like, damn, 10 mil. Like, I don't know. I want to say I gotta blow at least like 3 of that shit. If they give me 10, I'm blowing 3. Then I'm gonna be financially literate with the 7. I swear. Cause imagine everybody wants to be like, oh, once I get 10 mil, I'm gonna do this. You do not know until you see all them damn zeros in your bank account, guys.
Facts.
But that goes back to the habit shit. Like, I bet when he had the 14 mil, he had the habits of a garbage man, and that shit brought him back to being a garbage man.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, shit. If I get 10 mil, I'm gonna blow 3. Then I'm gonna take the 7 and be financially stable.
Damn. So that's 4.2 out of the 14. If he paid $4 million in taxes,
Yeah.
that's still $10 million.
That's what I was saying. They give you 10 mil.
10 mil. Dog, you should easily be able to set your life up with just $1 million of that.
God, what? You gotta buy whatever dividend stock, live off all them dividends.
Yeah.
Bro. If you got $1 million,
If you take $1 million and set yourself up saying, I'm gonna purchase this particular house.
yeah,
I'm gonna purchase this type of car, cash. I'm gonna, doing nut shit.
Yeah.
Because remember though, if you don't purchase it the right way, it can still become a liability.
what you mean?
So I got $14 million, right? I took the $14 million and let's say I leverage my credit and I go put a down payment on a $2 million house rather than just buying it outright.
Yeah.
I'm still locked into a 30-year mortgage, 30 to 15-year mortgage.
Right.
Now you could have, out of the $10 million, you could have just bought that house for $2 million, and now you own it, and you only left to manage the property taxes and insurance and things like that.
But then couldn't you took that 10 mil and then borrow against the 10 mil and then put that 10 mil away? That 10 mil.
See, you're thinking about the right thing to do. You see how it works?
Okay.
Yeah, because you can give 10 niggas $1 million and they'll spend it 10 ways.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna do it because you're thinking the right way. You're like, okay, I gotta leverage it so I can keep it coming.
Exactly.
Because I got $10 million right now, but what's my life expenses? What's my living cost?
Right.
If I got $10 million, but my living cost is $100,000 a month.
How long that lasts you?
That's what, $1.2 million a year. You only gonna live a certain way for 8 to 9 years. You trying to live forever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say you could take $1 million out of the 10, set your life up just for now.
$100,000 a month. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it sound crazy, but that's trying to.
And he said he did that by buying houses and stuff for other people and cars and stuff, but he wasn't like giving them money or paying it outright. Damn. He was just setting people up.
You know, it's crazy. All
so
that
it's
house.
like, auntie, you want a car? Boop. Okay, I'm set everything up for you, but your car note gonna be $200 a month. Mm-hmm. And then he thinking like, okay, she gonna pay that, but the way it was just crazy. But he said he had over $100,000 a month in bills.
You know how sick you gotta be to have 10 mil and go back to ground zero? Do you think you feel sick or you think you feel like, fuck it, I'm gonna make it back? Cause I know some niggas who got bread and like they just know they gonna make it back. Like they could be up 100 racks, whatever racks, lose all that and still feel like fuck it. Mm-hmm. And I low-key feel like that nigga, but like I ain't had 10 mil to lose though.
Right, I ain't had 10 mil, but I ain't gonna care. I done blew through some money. I can't even. And I'm a bit older now, but I done blew through some money.
Right.
And doing nut shit too.
But not on nut shit though. I feel like actually, everybody.
Yeah, you know what I mean by nut shit.
Yeah.
You know, it was a time when a nigga you had to know what a nigga had on. Now you see how nigga don't get what?
Yeah.
It's better because now you can see through it. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people want you to think they got it based on what they got on.
Exactly. Like you rather have what you got on worth more than what you actually worth. Like that shit is crazy.
That shit is crazy.
That shit is, your outfit costs more than what you really worth.
Than what you really worth. You know what I'm saying? That's but see, and then nut niggas don't even be paying attention to that shit.
Yeah.
Like for example, imagine a nigga pulling up on you like, yeah, nigga, these $5,000 sneakers, this a $6,000 belt, this $10,000 jeans.
Yeah.
And bitch, I'm outside driving a fucking 1992 Gelati, missing the engine, smoking out the back. That shit don't add up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro, it don't add up. It don't make no sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because even if you was in a new model Honda Civic, it'll still make sense.
Right.
Because you might be like, okay, yeah, you dressing drippy and you saving money by driving this kind of car. I get it.
Right.
But certain shit don't add up. Or if a nigga come in front of you with full watches on, but then you find out the nigga stay, you know what I'm saying? So somewhere off in the city where it's ratchet, broke as fuck. You like, Bro, that shit don't even add up. How the fuck you got 4 watches, 4 rollies?
Sell them watches, guys.
And thank you. Like,
please sell them fake rollies.
Your thought process is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And then it's certain people, you know it where it makes sense. Where you look and you're like, damn, that nigga ain't got no design on.
Right.
But that nigga live over here.
Man, I'm talking to niggas who I know who got the most money. Right, people who are the wealthiest people I know. You would never know.
You never know.
I promise you, bro. This shit is real. The wealthiest people I know. I'm talking about these. White, black, the wealthiest people I know, you would never know.
You never know.
Maybe, okay, they might have a nice car, but like, who don't got a nice car? You feel me?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm talking about when it comes to their outfit. Like, maybe you might, they got, but you would never.
You'll never know.
You feel me? It's like, but then that comes to the point, like, once you got it, you don't really give a fuck.
You don't care to show it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, once you feel like.
Because you know it's sharks out here.
The niggas who don't really, or not even niggas, I feel like people who don't got whatever it is they want, they try to show it like, oh, look, this, that. You feel me? It's like, no, you're not. Because if you was really that person that you trying to portray to be, you wouldn't care to. Yeah. You feel me?
To dispute it with other people.
Other niggas like, I got all these hoes and all they talk about is hoes 24/7. It's like, you not like that. Like, you chill out. You feel me?
And that's because most people, they try to project. What their subconscious is telling them who they are. You know what I'm saying?
But then what about people? What about people who like, yo, you gotta fake it till you make it?
Okay, so now I'm glad you mentioned that. And I hate that term, fake it till you make it.
What you mean? Oh, I mean, why you hate it?
Because in a way, I feel like everybody's faking it till they make it. So that's why I hate that term. And the reason why I'm gonna explain that is because I feel like in order to do something, you have to walk in that purpose.
You gotta be that person before you're that person.
Yeah, you have to. There's no other way of doing it. So it's not. Is it really faking it?
I feel what you're saying. If you him, if you her.
Yeah, because if you say, I'll give you an example, because this is what humans do to each other. Tom want to be a boxer. Yeah. So he enrolling in some boxing classes. Right. So because he telling everybody, yeah, I'm gonna be a boxer. But he's only in boxing classes. Some people will be like, that nigga talking about he want to be a boxer. Like, he just enrolled in like 2 boxing classes. Man, fuck that nigga, bro. That nigga fake as fuck. How? Because them boxing classes then transitions to amateur boxing, and then amateur boxing then transitions to professional boxing. Right. So how is he not a boxer?
I'm a damn podcaster.
Facts.
Fuck you talking about?
Major purpose, baby.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. Multiple business owner.
So it's not really faking it until you make it. It's just you have to start, and then when you go, people gonna test the validity of what you're doing. But as long as you stick to the purpose consistently, it's gonna come to fruition.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
So then, and then what would you tell the people who are still care about what other people think?
Don't. That's fuck one of the fuck them. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's your mama, your uncle, your daddy, your cousin.
What cousin, friend, girl.
I don't give a fuck who it is. Sometimes you gonna know. The universe is gonna tell you when nah, bro, that ain't it.
Right.
I was just watching something recently. This might have been today. But going up the timeline or something. It was like a prank. Yeah. Where Buddy came to the studio and he playing song after song. And the niggas is like, oh, that shit trash, bro. That shit whack as fuck, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. So they kept going in on the nigga so hard. The nigga just stood up, pulled a gun out like, nigga, what you say? Oh, no, we playing. It's a prank. It's a joke. But you see what I'm saying? But you see how them just having that energy? Like, nah, nigga, that shit trash. Nigga, that shit trash. Yeah. That shit started fucking with Buddy where he was like, damn, they playing me or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at any moment, somebody could tell you something great that you're doing ain't shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Brandon, I went to the homeless shelter for the last 4 weeks. I've been helping serve food and shit at the homeless shelter. Oh, this nigga think he a good Samaritan and shit, bro. Talking about he at the homeless shelter. Real niggas don't do that shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You see? But that's only one person. Right. Telling you that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now on the other spectrum, somebody else could say, oh shit, you went to... Yo, amazing, bro. But then, good job.
Do you care about what that person thinks? Is it like universal where you don't care what the negative people think, and you don't care what even the people giving you kudos, you like just, all right, okay, fuck it.
Correct. And the reason why is because you have to draw both sides of energy.
Yeah.
Because even if somebody's telling you something negative, still absorb it.
Right.
We're not saying listen to it, but you can still absorb it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let that energy become you.
Yeah.
But you can still absorb it, because when you're in that environment or you looking at yourself in the mirror, whatever, you can just still tell yourself like, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to weigh as the person what you deem as constructive and negative and things of that sort.
I feel you. Hey, with that being said, we're gonna wrap this shit up, man. You got anything for the people?
I'll wrap it up. Don't forget to follow Walt So Whoa on IG, Twitter. Don't forget to follow Design by Laurent. You know we here in the building.
Design by Laurent.
Don't forget to follow Major Purpose Podcast.
So follow that shit. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the videos. Tell us what you want to hear. We got our emails. If you're interested in any interview bookings, go ahead, email. And yeah, it's Major Purpose.
Major
Peace.
Purpose.